Have you ever thought about this? Maybe some of the things we have known to be true for years are actually completely wrong. You know, there are some pieces of information that have been ingrained in our minds since childhood. We don't remember who said it, but we accept it as true. For example, you have to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Really? Actually, this is not a strict rule. Our body already gets most of the water from what we eat and drink. It's enough to drink when you're thirsty. You don't need to push yourself as if you're running a marathon, another one. Humans have only 5 senses, that's what we learned in school, but actually there is a sense of balance. There is a sense of perceiving temperature. There is pain perception. In fact, you even have a sense that allows you to know where your arm is when your eyes are closed. So, we live with a much more complex system than we thought. And what about the classic saying that alcohol kills brain cells? No, your cells don't die with every drink, but connections can be damaged. Reaction time decreases, so moderation is still important, but the situation is not as dramatic as it is described. Let's talk about the Vikings. They didn't wear horned helmets. Yes, that famous image actually comes from an opera costume design in the 1800s. Real Viking helmets are quite simple. It's also not very true that Napoleon was short. He was average for his time. The thing we call the Napoleon complex is a bit of a historical misunderstanding. Do sweets make children hyperactive? It is not scientifically proven. Most of the time, it is the birthday party environment, not the sugar, that makes children jumpy. Bats are not blind. Yes, they use echolocation, but their eyes work perfectly fine. Ostriches do not bury their heads in the sand. The cartoon myth is that they lie down and try to camouflage themselves in danger. We only use 10% of the human brain. This is a complete Hollywood myth. Almost all of our brain is active during the day. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Astronauts have said repeatedly, no. Because it is long but narrow, it cannot be distinguished with the naked eye. Does cracking knuckles cause arthritis? It does not. That sound comes from gas bubbles in the joint fluid. Do bananas grow on trees? What we call a banana tree is technically a giant herb. Did people in the Middle Ages think the world was flat? No, most scientists already knew it was round. Does eating a lot of carrots give you night vision? No, but if you eat too many, your skin can turn orange. Do we explode in space? Not like in the movies. You would pass out from lack of oxygen, but you wouldn't explode like a balloon. Are brown eggs healthier? No, the color depends on the chicken breed, not on nutritional value. A missing person report cannot be filed before 24 hours. This is completely a TV cliché. Does coffee dehydrate you? No. It is a mild diuretic, but is largely water. Is Everest the highest mountain? From sea level, yes, but when measured from the base, Mauna Kea is higher. The point closest to space is Chimborazo. We swallow 8 spiders a year, a complete internet myth. Have you actually noticed how much of our lives is filled with hearsay? Some are harmless, some are funny, but some have been accepted as true for years without question. Maybe the point is to be a bit curious instead of believing everything we hear. If you enjoy these kinds of misconceptions and interesting facts, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. In the next video, we will look at even more surprising ones, because sometimes facts are more interesting than myths.